Was that some great Dota 2? Was that some sloppy Dota 2? What was that game? Vici Gaming versus Secret was our opening game here for the DreamLeague Season 13 Major. And the opinions are a little bit... actually, they're all the same. I guess you guys all said it was a little bit of sloppy Dota.
Yeah. It felt like, right? You've got, like, let's compare it to a good cut of steak, right? You've got VG and Secret, like, two of the top cuts in the world. And for honestly, the first 10 to 15 minutes, you're cooking it perfectly. You're searing it, whatnot. And then all of a sudden, the VG side, we'll say the T-bone steak, walks up a hill blindly and dies, and now you just burned your steak. It's medium well. What the hell happened? But Secret, I want to say Matoma, man, I thought you brought him up as like the player to watch, and he played Slark amazingly. I thought like he carried the game.
That was actually Cap. He did say Vici would win.
Yeah.
But he did have the foresight to say Matamba Man would own. However, he did also accurately read the game, which was Vici was going to win the lanes. They were going to take an edge. But if you make that one mistake, as we saw them make twice, the same way, walking up the high ground with no vision onto the shrine. Also that favorite song of mine. What?
I was going to say, a favorite song of
Kyle's.
Kyle's.
Don't walk up the high ground with no vision.
It's a classic.
I don't actually know the other verses, but that's the key. That's the important part, and they failed. So
I hate that so much.
Why?
I feel like I've seen so many Tier 1 teams make the same mistake. So there's this military term. It's called a fatal funnel. Okay, it refers to like when you're clearing a building, there's like stairwells and hallways, basically any kind of funneling type area you don't want to be in, right? Because there's nowhere for you to move. Once you're halfway through, there's no way for you to cover. Exactly, a fatal funnel. That's exactly what both of those high grounds leading into the shrine are. You look at them, you see these rock staircases, and you think, it's beckoning me to go up there. Don't go up that area, man. I've seen so many Tier 1 teams lose games off of fighting around that area, thinking that they got a pick and that they're going to go up that high ground into a shrine area, into a double high ground area. It's not just one little bit, right? It's 2 bits. And they have an entire area to play around while you have this little funnel to play into. Like, just don't do it. I don't know, man. It's so irritating because it's such a simple mistake that I see so many teams make.
I've lost a lot of good men that way. That's it.
Yeah, that's your contribution.
It's not really a laughing matter. It's been a lot of fatalities.
Why are you smiling then?
Complexity did lose a lot of people.
That's true.
That fatal funnel, man. The fatality numbers are very high with
true.
complexity.
And I know we talked about Eurus. If you looked at the net worth chart, if you went to the graph, the Drow owned for like not even the first 15. Like I said, he for like 30 minutes was higher net worth by like 4,000 or 5,000. But the problem is, if you're the only one and you make these mistakes, who cares about your farm at that point?
It is nice how he did it, though. This wasn't your typical, I just farmed Drow. He actually made rotations to every lane.
Middle and bottom.
Kills.
Yeah, super early as well.
It's really important as well. It's also why this change to Drow with the castable arrows now is so effective. Because if you can find kills and you're your team's tower pusher, you immediately claim an objective off of that movement as well.
Which they did bottom, exactly. They TP'd middle, got a kill, and then she ran down bottom. They got another kill, and then they just pushed the Tier 1, which opened up for the mag, which we talked about. Obviously, they didn't win, but I would say Vici played a much cleaner 15 minutes. Like the first 15, but we always say.
To go off of that, just other impact is that whenever you're the enemy carry applying pressure to the enemy safe lane, it's sort of a win-win. Because if you force teleports, oh, okay, I'll just go back to my jungle, guys. I have now full camps. There's probably a wave in my tower, and now there's 3 or 4 heroes in the worst part of the map, your own safe lane. You can just ignore them now. And to come and kill you is impossible because you're at the other corner.
Yeah, it looked like both teams kind of needed a warm-up game there, perhaps. Yeah. And, it was a warm-up game also for you guys to warm up to the idea of choosing an MVP. And I know that sometimes you guys are nice, sometimes you guys are not nice. I'm curious to find out if you guys were naughty or nice this time around. Oh, look at that. It's mostly nice.
Over Matu?
0% for all the other members of Vici Gaming. That's pretty funny, because Yang did try his best to carry that.
So much dual damage early. Like, he had good pickup.
And then he wanted even more dual damage at level 25 for some reason.
But arguably,
and he didn't get another kill after, by the way.
Is that the biggest trap talent? Like, you think it's like, oh my gosh, it's so much damage. I think it might be, And it's terrible. Whereas the AoE press the attack is like huge healing potential. As you said, a backstage cap. You have ET, Venge, like Drow Mag. These heroes are like, please buff them.
Yeah, they gigantic increase in DPS, right? For all these heroes to get more attack.
Why did they go for Zai, though?
I don't know.
Was
But
it the cancel alt? Sorry.
That's okay. I don't. Maybe it was the cancelled alt. It could be something as simple as that he is a player with a 3-letter name, and they just love Zai. You know,
I do.
You can't really get behind the reasoning, but what you
How many
also
times
saw,
did Zai die, though?
That's a question we can find out in a second.
Okay.
What we also saw was another MVP, and those are the sponsors. And we want to thank you again, Mercedes-Benz, Corsair, Monster Energy, and Ray Gaming. So thank you. And we're going to continue here with game number 2 very soon. Lessons learned from game number 1. What is the main one? Kyle.
The main one. Don't walk up the high ground with no vision.
Okay, that sounds very simple, basic Dota 2 that I hope that they knew before they went into the main.
Well, obviously they
did
didn't,
not.
Cheever.
Sad times, guys. Sad times.
Also, if you wanted to vote for Matumba Man for that MVP, I thought he deserved it. Remember, his name does have 2 U's in it. If you misspell it, he will not get credit.
Yes. And remember, you can only vote during the game. Not before, not during the draft, during the actual game play.
What happens if I vote now?
Nothing. Like, literally nothing.
You're just a Twitch spammer ruining my experience trying to talk about civilized Dota with my other civilized Twitch people.
Basically,
You know, DreamLeague, for future, if you want to get real fancy with the production, you could show us a graph of when people are mostly voting for somebody for that MVP, so we could see the spike.
When you hang through the game.
It's true. One bad play from someone. I heard that there was some spams for Yang when he made a questionable play.
I would also say what I learned is during that draft, you kind of gave him a pretty easy Arc Warden game, and you even had overall last pick. They got a 9th pick Arc Warden. You picked a Mag who they match up okay against each other, but overall, you look at the heroes and you're like, this Arc Warden will do very well at some point in the game.
And it's a hero that you got to be aware of when you're facing Team Secret.
Yeah, I have to wonder if they maybe thought that that lineup, you know, you had Underlord 4th pick, you already had the early Slark pick up. They're probably thinking to themselves, what are the chances they pick up, you know, an Arc Warden
Super
plus
greedy.
Slark lineup?
Yeah.
You know, they're like, that sounds like we just run him over. But
And now it's up there in their head. They
There
know
it
it will
is.
happen.
Yep. And we're going to find out what will happen in game number 2 with the draft after the break.
When I caught you at the station, it was over when you got me in your sights. It was clear I wasn't able to control my knees, 'cause I was hypnotized. I can't deny, you got fire in those eyes. So me and you could run away. I think I know a place where both of us can lay.
Secret Gaming Esports, professional esports housemaker.
DreamLeague Season 13, first major of 2020. Group stages, Group B, Game 2 of Vici versus Secret, and we are in the draft of this Game 2. Let's find out what's going to happen. We got Secret on the Dire side, Vici on the Radiant side, and a bit of change with the IO, I was going to say, left in the pool.
Instantly snap.
Instant snap.
And Ancient Apparition and Winter Wyvern both banned away, making this IO even stronger. Dude, I was a little bit surprised they left Slark in the pool.
Whoa, and
It's so dumb that a hard carry can be picked up first 1-2.
Why? Wait, Slark or Gyro? Both.
Slark.
Yes, the hero's not balanced right now.
Yeah.
and why is that? What do you think is the major problem?
Well, again, these heroes that synergize with neutral item timings and can utilize a whole bunch of them, notably like Slark and Huskar, to me, natural power spike, same with PL to an extent. In addition, you have the ability to cleanse debuffs. You run around hasted when you're off map, and you can find vision, which, as the map's gotten bigger, is even more and more important and also more difficult to de-ward, especially now that those are limited. In addition, you're
To being
just
a lane winner?
yeah, you're a lane winner.
Why
but
are you a lane
what-
winner with a passive?
10 seconds.
Yeah, with like, you know what's insane is that you can trade hits with heroes that like Slaughter with Bash. I can't trade hits with Slark. Why? It's just incredible to me. And yeah.
What Kyle's referencing is in a one-on-one fight, you can't win that.
Yes.
Overall, Slaughter beats Slark in lane, but yeah, I know what you're saying.
The Essence shift should stack, or rather, should increase in level the amount of agility stolen. I think that's like a really easy fix.
5 seconds remaining.
Also, I think Orb of Venom is actually kind of a crazy item.
Yes. Well, now
safe lane carries that are able to go Orb of Venom first.
all
so
melee
strong.
carries. All melee carries got a huge buff because you can Stout Shield for free. You can just start Oov. Owen, I hope you're listening. Owen always starts with Blightstone.
No, because I lane with him often, and I'm then the ogre, and I buy Orb of Venom.
So it's your fault.
Yeah, maybe.
Well, she refuses to stop playing Ogre every game. She's like, I need the Blue Arcana. It's
I
like,
need the Blue Arcana.
it's been 3 months.
I am not even halfway there. It's very sad.
God.
But I'm very close to halfway there.
Dude, I love that there's so much Dota in our background.
Dude, there's
It's
so
great.
much Dota.
Oh yeah, we could the score. I think the biggest one, Reality Rift, Game 1 against
Yes.
IG.
That is-
Shout
They
out to
won.
them.
They won.
Reality
Stream
Rift.
three.
won
And
Game
where
1.
did Gods put Reality Rift on his list?
At the bottom.
Wow.
To be fair,
Secrets.
I had a
most
number.
people have
That's
them
fine.
like
bottom.
we'll see what they place, and I'll
I'm
tell
firing
you.
shots at Gods all day today. I'm not getting invited to the summit anyway.
I'll be a God's defender. Keep hiring me. I love summits. Keep it up.
But I love talking about heroes that refuse to die. Io Gyro, first dude from Vici, feel like they've been utilizing this combo since the team's inception, which at this point is, I don't even know. When did ROTK start coaching this team?
3 years ago?
3, 4 years? Yeah, it's weird. I woke up earlier, looked in the mirror, was one like, Jesus, that's tough. Second, it's
like, man, I really rolled a bad roll in the dice of genetics, huh?
well, just dude,
And
thank
that's
God.
the story. Go
That's
on.
half of
Go
it.
on.
Second, I've almost been doing this for like 2 years, and it's
Yeah.
crazy how like it feels like no time has passed almost. And then you look at like Dota, and to an extent, like a lot of things are just the same.
Yep.
Like it,
And Puppy right now. In this
Puppy's on Secret.
2004.
Yeah, you got OG, you got a Curl now with Nigma, of course, but still the like exact same team minus Matumba.
And in general, trends in Dota go in cycles, right?
Yeah.
I've heard that a lot from many different players. Talk about things just going into meta. People like start remembering what some of the older counters were.
It's funny because I was hearing a conversation about how a lot of Dota, something on Twitter about like these Dota guys getting into NFL football because it's similar in a sense, like turn-based strategy adjustments, similar like each play, whereas in Dota it's like each game is a new game, right? And the strategy in football is also cyclical, right? You have a lot of teams are playing like very small defenders, so now all of a sudden, here's a running back that's 300 pounds. Same goes with Dota. Teams start to play, they get less team fight, they play faster on the map, maybe more emphasis on laning phase, then you get all in pushed, then you get like the Wyvern first 2 back, and like it all just goes in circles. How many times have we seen Drow in the meta, as an example?
You would imagine from all that knowledge about football that Kyle just put out there that he would be quite good at fantasy football, but sadly...
I won last year.
Yeah, but this year, what have you done for me lately, Kyle?
Well,
this year you were in the bottom, the poop bowl.
which for you would be a
Whatever
good
it's
thing,
called.
right? But you said, what have you done for me lately? That's
Yeah.
what he's lost for you, so
I mean,
that you can
Cap-
come higher.
Cap,
That's what
where-
he's done.
Did you win
Take
any
a
money
dive.
this year, Cap? No, you didn't. So,
Yeah, I still got 4th.
and you know how much that pays?
Is it?
Just as much as 10th.
Is this this is the 5 puck now, right?
Yeah,
You
4.
know?
5.
Well, they have an Earth Shaker, so once I saw that, obviously we.
No, I think
They can make
you
a
think
Zai
it's-
Shaker, or Zai Puck, or Nisha Puck.
could.
I mean, unless it gets hard countered mid, I just assume it's
put
still
it there.
going to be mid.
I don't really give a fuck. Somebody's gonna play it.
Hey, I'll give you that, Kyle.
I think it's a lot tougher though, right? When you're against a Lion, because already
yeah.
you have an instant disable, which makes even just against one instant disable as a puck. Like if you're a core, right, your game could just end, which kind of sucks. I don't know. I think it'll shadow even, so you're right. Or
I
it could be
feel-
offlane puck as well.
I think most likely it's Yang Puck.
Yeah.
Or
'Cause
secret.
Yeah.
Zai Puck.
They're gonna...
Zai.
Yang's gonna swoop in.
They're gonna trade players mid game. That'd be
But
pretty
yeah,
hype.
Zai Puck.
You think? Okay. I agree. Or it could be Zai Shadow Demon. He has played that. He's played that in officials actually.
I
even.
like Core Shadow Demon a lot nowadays. I think it's also pretty interesting against the Wisp Gyro.
5 seconds.
Because
remaining.
you see them coming, disrupt one, purge the gyro through his BKB.
Get the hell out.
Flak is dispellable, right?
Don't think so.
I'm co-host. I'm looking at my analyst over here.
Let me hang on. Let me get
Could
a
be.
line into our stats guy in the
I
back.
forgot.
I thought it was not, but
I didn't
hey,
think so.
I'm
It
just
used
the
to-
host.
Hang on, I'm
So
gonna find out.
what do I know?
It used to not be. So unless that changed,
There, I'm with Grant. I'm with the old school people. It used to not be.
I'm taking my stats from 2007. though, so I might be going a little too far back.
No, we went too deep. We went too far.
So now Vici.
You don't want to do that.
You're gonna go Legion again?
It is, yeah, it's undispellable. So
Okay.
it's not
still,
like
stayed
a
the
thought.
same. Gotcha.
Or it
We
was
good.
They're very squishy. Besides the IO gyro, until they naturally beef up, you have an IO gyro line. They go Night Stalker. That's beefy.
That's cool.
I like it.
It's also really good against Puck, Slark, and SD because they all three actually have mechanics like they'll come out of into a silence that they cannot escape. Very few abilities allow you to do that, especially against Puck, because you effectively can phase shift blink out of everything. In fact, you can from Night Stalker silence as well, but you cannot orb out, obviously. Which will be
I've
effective.
actually, I feel quite good about Night Stalker ever since they reverted the Void change, where now Void does
5
full damage,
seconds remaining.
because his stats are so incredibly good. So even though it's daytime and you think, oh, Day Stalker, he's useless, your laning phase is not that bad. Now, against the Slark, it's going to be bad, because it's against the Slark. But there's not a whole lot to fix that.
Turn to battle.
I would love if they didn't have an IO gyro at that Night Stalker, because I would love for it to be carried, because Eurus played it a lot
Yeah.
last season, but you have an IO gyro already, so it's can't really do that.
Can they put Ori mid on the gyro? Still put yours on Night Stalker, or is that not really nice?
They did last season. Middle gyro is so big for 1 month,
Yeah.
and then it just
Yeah.
completely disappeared.
10
And that goes back to what you talk about. It's just stuff
waves
comes and goes.
waves and
Yep.
circles.
Even if
Time
something
is a
really
flat
big in
circle, just like the meta.
there. Indeed.
I thought you were gonna say
Kyle's
just like
trying
the Earth.
to compete with Grant for nonsensical phrases.
Yeah, but mine are factually correct.
That was actually a reference to True Detective, and I'm disappointed you don't get it.
Yeah.
Sorry,
Excellent
Kyle.
show. You
My
should watch. Only the
education is
first
not
season.
based off of what I've seen in TV.
That was my babysitter for 11 years, Cap. Thanks, Nickelodeon.
I thought they were going to go for a harder carry mid-style SF OD. Bloodseeker does counter Slark really hard, but then can't they just run puck mid against Gyro mid? And isn't that a really good?
Yeah, but you
matchup
don't
for
have.
Turn to pick.
I suppose, but I think it's just more of like a one-to-one counter. There's very few heroes that just prevent Slark from playing Dota. Bloodseeker is one of them. Not just because of the rupture, but you can't ever get low and reset, which is very annoying for Slark. And I look at the Vici lineup, and I just already kind of prefer Secret's lineup in terms of team fighting and ability to scale.
Yeah.
So I think you just want to make sure that they have to come up
10
with something new, not just a one-to-one answer.
I mean,
to use
especially
that.
since Vici Gaming, the way they set this up is that they're once again have to be the aggressors, or going to have to end this game quickly. And they already screwed that up once.
Team Secrets turn to pick.
Admiral
Got
Kunka.
Nice against the Slark, good synergy with the Gyro. You can look at the way Vici want to open fights. It's going to be during nighttime, and they want to have quick fights under the duration of the reload and the boat buff, get a finger kill, and then look for more. Whereas Secret, they've got the Slark, they've got the disruption. They want to drag things out much like they did in the first game.
How's Huskar do versus Kunka? Oh, Lone Druid.
You may now
Well,
select
guess the player they have on their team now makes this a lot easier to pick.
Well, Matu is the
Nisha,
Slark
yeah.
player, though.
Nisha's going to play Lone Druid. He's good, solid at it.
And he's
Matu is
middle,
playing
right?
Lone Druid, guys.
Yep.
We can see it right here.
Okay.
Nisha is playing the Slark.
What, you know, to ever
It will be
disagree
Zai.
with me again, Kyle. You
It
know
will
what
be
I'm saying?
Zai on the puck. You know, we have it right behind you, Gran.
Oh, I have always been told to look at the camera, so I don't want to go against, what I was taught, Cheever.
I wasn't on the camera, so I
I don't want to tell you how to do your job, Cheese.
Obviously. I'm going with Secret pretty heavily. I'd say 80-20.
80-20.
Secret.
I think that they could definitely win this game, but I actually think Wisp is way more broken than people think it is, and I think this is closer to 50-50, and I'm hoping Vici execute a bit better. I thought they played better in the first game and just didn't bring it home.
And you didn't give an answer then.
I said Vici.
Oh, all right. Well, let's see if we can have a third game to this first series of the day and hear from Odie Pixel and Font.
Can you feel it? Oh, can you hear it? Oh, it's like thunder. Do you wanna rock? Do you wanna roll? Rock is the answer, rocking my soul. Do you wanna rock? Do you wanna roll? Rock is the answer, rocking my soul. Do you wanna rock? Do you wanna roll? Rock is the answer, rocking my soul. Do you wanna rock? Do you wanna roll? Rock is the answer. Something in the way you smile just scaring me.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Game 2 now, Team Secret versus Vici Gaming. Of course, game 1 we saw going the way of Secret. This time around, bit of a switch up really from both sides. As you saw in the draft, Vici Gaming able to get their hands on that IO Gyro to start things off. Whereas Secret sort of ending it all with a bit of a different one. This time getting Matu on one of his old classics, the Lone Druid, and it'll be Nisha's turn here in game 2 to play a bit of Slark.
All right, cool. Last pick, Lone Druid. This hero does really well in pubs still right now. I think people don't understand the concept of how his ult works now. I think people still think it's the same the way that it used to be, because I feel like people just get caught off so much because of the way the true form works. And they do have a nice combo with it this game. They do have the puck. It's one of the ones I've always loved to see. You've got your Primal Roar in order to break the coil a lot of the times inside of situations if you are in the fray. So here we do see exactly what that does, as it makes you very, very tanky and...
Very, very, very tanky.
A bear. You're a bear.
Yeah, and those, just the roots, good luck trying to run away from a true form Lone Druid and his bear.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so they're doing the mid matchup. They're doing that Slark versus Kunkka. We saw this one at TI a couple times.
Nisha had a very good lane last game against Orion. Obviously different circumstances, so we'll see what he's able to do here. And I think overall it is going to be tough for Ori, right?
Yeah, it should be. I think the Kunkka will get farmed, but we saw this was a very volatile matchup when we saw it, especially at TI and stuff like that. And a lot of times when I do see it, it's like someone goes for a kill, right? Someone makes an overextended step up and dies really early. At least from what we saw a lot of the times at TI. It's like Chris Luck was playing and he was just literally playing as aggressive as possible with it. So that was a long time ago, and we have seen that matchup quite a lot since then. But it's a fun one where they kind of just battle around the creep wave a lot.
Radiant's courier has been killed.
Actually, running the torrent there. I mean, Ori's definitely doing a good job of trading back with him, forcing Nisha to use this first salve.
He's one of the best Kunkkas. Yeah. It's like one of his top 3 heroes.
It was when
it was Puck and one other hero. I can't remember.
The Lina, right?
Yeah, the Lina.
I feel like back when he was sort of making the debut plays when it was with Vici, I can't remember when it was, but it was for me it was the Kunkka, Lina, and his Storm.
It was Tinker. It was Tinker too, actually. He has had a lot of different heroes, but yeah, over the years he's definitely established himself as this Puck and Kunkka monster. And yeah, he's doing great in that matchup, as we continue to see.
I mean, what do you think about these drafts this time overall? Obviously, last time we did like Vici Gaming's draft better, but obviously went on to end up losing because overall it felt like Vici were sort of the sloppier team out of the two this morning.
Yeah, I mean, Vici's last draft, I feel like they had a really good time to win. This one around, I don't know the power about IO Gyro anymore. I'm not too sure about that one either in this game. Night Stalker looks pretty nice versus the Slark and the Puck. But man, I'm looking at those last 3 heroes by Secret, then I'm looking on their actual hero pick screen, and it looks amazing. Slark, Puck, and Lone Druid, these are 3 top-tier heroes are now in the meta at the moment.
Yeah, I agree. I think in response, Vici Gaming, who's that sort of wow pick. I mean, IO obviously very nice to have, but in comparison to the heads-up power of the heroes you say on Secret, it does feel like Secret have definitely got the most value out of their draft this game.
Yeah, they've also got ways to deal with, they've got save this game too. So they've got the SD versus, let's say, the Lion Finger or any of the Kunkka spells, right? Kunkka goes for a combo, someone's going to get disrupted, you save him and mess up the whole combo. So that can happen a lot of the times too. I like their counter initiation. But let's see, because I actually did want them to have the Kunkka in the last game versus Slark, especially because of this reason. It's so easy to catch Slarks when you have it. Sure, you can build up a lot of stacks up of rum targets when you are Slark. I know a lot of the pros talk about that, but at the same time, too, you can't remove X. You're X, then you're going to probably get caught by some type of follow-up, right?
No, sort of the other way. I mean, you saw that, Nisha was holding on to skill points, did put a point in the Dark Pack to try and maybe play out of the obviously after when you get pulled into the torrent, having that ability to be able to still pounce away, but wasn't able to quite get the timing because it's hard. A good Kunkka is going to fake cast the torrent, so you can't really guess when he's going to pull you into the torrent to time your Dark Pact.
See if they can put the pressure on Yang here. Getting the stacks built up, he's body blocking with his hero. The bear is getting body blocked a little bit though by those illusions, it looks like.
It's a lot of
Can they
stacks.
actually get it? It's not looking like it.
Yeah, he is fine, but he is out of regen unless he just had his courier come out. Actually, that may have had something else on him to get him back up, and it did. It just had a fresh set of tangos, so we'll be able to slowly regen up and stick around in the lane. DY actually may just have this with Yang able to come back in, getting on top of Puppey. Couple more right clicks will do it, and he's got it. DY.
Where's the root?
Able to turn and get the kill. See if Matu can pick up something in time. There it is. First hit. First hit on DY. Stick charges won't save him. Matu can get the trade.
Okay. Not bad.
Looking back on the mid, despite Nisha dying, still continues to be very close between these two heroes.
Yep. Top. Jaro free farming. Puck is being slowed down quite a bit here, so Zai will suffer in that. But that's just, I mean, this is the nature of the way the lanes got set up. You know, Yang was trying to dodge Slark, and then there's just so many different things ended up happening, so this is how these lanes will end up, and the offlaners / safe laners, whatever you want to call them, this game will suffer a bit. Night Stalker getting quite a bit more, though, than Zai. But Zai looks like his tower will get pressured quite a lot here in YapzOr.
Yeah, it's got to be a little careful how they're able to run him down. Eurus is a bit low on mana, though. So, not quite ready with the spells to throw out to YapzOr. He committed heavily onto Zai mid lane. Another setups here again. Nisha trying to time it. This time he gets the timing. So able to time it. There wasn't enough sort of
boat, though. He's 6 on Ori, but
he came sort of back into this. Ori's going to be off the mark with that ult, though. And in fact, Nisha could turn. The tower's hitting Ori, and Ori, he's dead! And now Nisha, he's 6. He's got the shadow dance. He could turn. Punches to DY. DY does have a stun. So DY will be able to save himself there, but seems like mistakes are still to be made this game by Vici Gaming, as Ori a bit of a mess up and underestimates the potential of Nisha being able to turn like that.
I thought they were going to wait to make that initial move too, because he was like 1 creep from level 6 when they made that jump onto the Slark too. And then when he hit 6, they tried to make the extra go around anyway. And yeah, it did seem like a little bit of not being on the same page or something along the lines there for them.
Now Ori, he's actually going to TP back into the bottom lane to make a rotation happen, as Matu was sitting very, very low in that lane. And Vici Gaming easily able to kill him off. They can try and go for more here. Ori is going to come in, a few punches with a help out of Yang, and Puppey, he'll go down as well. So Vici Gaming is as quick as the mistakes made in the mid lane. Ori is able to TP back down into the game bottom lane and get involved in 2 kills.
And because they gave Yang the safe lane in this game, he's actually caught up. He got like 10 last hits in these last this last minute and a half or so, and he's gotten these kills. He's level 6 already.
He is hanging around very low, and Nisha's trying to make the move down there. Does get spotted out by Ori, so Nisha will not be able to continue his movement towards the bottom lane.
That's pretty damn huge. This Night Stalker being 6 this early on already, he actually TPs to the shrine there as it hits 7 minutes. He's actually going to look to be active now. Gives up the bottom lane to the Kunkka, and now he's looking to make moves, maybe respond to mid, but DY will inevitably get brought down.
So if Yang can get Nisha, he has got the Mango and Shadow Dance, so we'll be fine. And even so, Puppey with that disruption stops Yang from being able to chase. So yeah, some early movements from both squads as the lanes start to get a little bit musical. Still, one thing remains constant. This top lane, Eurus and PYW, very focused on just continuing to apply pressure, take away this tier 1 as soon as they can, and set themselves up for some nice relocate plays once they both hit the level 6.
He gets the stun from the tree lines there.
Still going to have the orb, but
he gets hit by the missile.
Kind of what messes up there was just DY with a quick hex as soon as the phase shift ended, and there was no opportunity for Zai to jump over to his orb. I think they could have been, right?
I think he was dead.
Even if he jumped across?
Yeah, he got hit by the missile. He just like came out of the orb and just got hit by missile and hex. I think he was dead even when they chased down. I don't think that the lineup of Secret is a team that really can respond with TPs at the moment. Their lineup is like pretty weak actually to be able to respond to TPs early on. So top tower will go down. I mean, Gyro's going to be real big. Puck is very out of the game now too. Level 5 in comparison to that near level 7 Night Stalker that's having a great game.
He's not got any money.
He's got no money.
Zai doing his best to get the double whammy, that 2-time MVP.
It's similar again though, like last time. I feel like Secret, they drafted again a pretty greedy draft, and Vici, they're capitalizing on it again. They really want to play this very early aggressive stance with their IO, Gyro, with their Kunkka having a good start. Same with the Night Stalker. So they are going to start setting that tempo. It's just up to Secret if they can actually stall it out and be able to respond properly to be able to get themselves this farm that they need. Because these next few moments should be pretty scary for them.
They were able to do it last game, albeit sort of with the help of Vici themselves making some wrong moves. So maybe that will happen again here. You know, all things said and done, this is it's a normal start in the day of work for Zai. He has this slow beginning, but you can expect him to come in with the clutch plays later on. And he's on a great hero to do that, as you say. A lot of great synergy with the Dream Coil this match for Secret to fight around once they're able to get Zai involved and making moves with them.
Yep. I'm worried a little bit about Secret's damage. If they do get a bit too far behind in these next few moments, I do think that their draft really can just completely stagnate on the damage factor. Like, who's going to actually dish it out? Slark can't really walk into all of this one with the Ion and Gyro. There's very tanky frontliners between the Kunkka and the Night Stalker, so little concerned on that aspect for Secret in these next probably like 5 to 7 minutes or so, but we'll see how they do respond.
What a fight here.
Fights.
Nisha, they're on top of it with the silence. They have the setup here, the stun for DY, but the boat's off the mark. Does get the run buff onto Ori and DY now look to chase on. Have a grab back with the X-Mark. Nisha still got the Shadow Dance. She's going to go for the Shadow Dance. TP out, but the missile connects in time. Nisha stunned and held back as the Slark will fall. The rest of Secret trying their best to get away, but Yang diving the tower on top of Puppey picks up a second kill for Vici Gaming as Secret unable to find anything yet in return. Matu getting the bear on top of Eurus, but the bear's taking quite a bit of damage here. He's still going to move on, look towards the Kunkka. Ori still able to turn. The Tidebringer hit cleans up the bear, plus 300 gold for Ori. So not only the 2 kills for Vici Gaming, getting the bear as well. Secret unable to kill anyone on Vici Gaming's side. As you say already, that damage issue definitely starting to show.
What level are the supports on the side of Secret too? I think that's another thing, is they're... We'll see in a second after the rune here. But yeah, the supports on Secret are also very low level in comparison. Yeah, I mean, definitely next few moments are a scary one. Secret, you got to like back up and try to farm. Puppey's only level 5. I think Yapsod was the same. So yeah, no 6s on their 2 supports. That's definitely going to make it impossible to take that fight. If you had your level 6 on your Shaker, maybe you can try to turn something around with the Netco, depending on the placement. But
they can look for a free pick here now that DY is 6 and he has Finger. They
get
a setup.
Oh,
they do. I mean, this should be... Oh, okay, with the fear back, that did knock the 2 of them away. Matu able to use the bear to make sure that DY couldn't get in for any follow-up, so Matu will be able to walk it off. I guess for the most part, it is going to be hard to gank him. As long as he keeps him and the bear separate, there'll always be one of them to knock back the advances of Vici Gaming.
Until they've collapsed from all sides, right? Like, that's where it's their lineup that can do pretty easily. Like, Night Stalker, Kunkka, you're going to start getting invaded, and there's always going to be the +2. The relocate will come in when they do look to make those aggressive plays. So just level 6 here. 12 minutes in. How long do we have? So, what? A couple minutes more for that nighttime. We'll probably see... We can probably see Vici maybe like play it patient. I don't think they'll overextend for like a kill. They probably just like, if it comes to them, they'll go for it. They're not gonna like dive past towers. But when it hits nighttime, they're gonna super dive and just put all the pressure onto Secret's side. So Secret has to kind of get as much as they can right now before that nighttime does hit, because they're gonna get ran at.
Well, here's the relocate. At least an attempted one, but again, it's hard for them to make these moves. Matu putting another stop to an attempt on his life by Vici Gaming, as they cannot quite get on top of him this way in this lane, running at him. They'll look for the objective. They're just going to take themselves out. Does mean that Ori is left behind. TPs are coming in across towards the tower. He'll drop the boat down. He's running, and PYW was the one to TP over. Offer up the tether, keeping Ori alive for now. They're getting him underneath the tower. It is the whole of Secret collapsing on him, so they do finally bring him down. They're going to see if they can chase for more. Catch up PYW as well. Set up there from Puppey with the disruption. Nisha's on top. Tether is there, back across towards the creep wave. And Matu will dive on forward, and they will manage to clean up this kill. 2 kills, double kill for Nisha. Meanwhile, in the mid lane, Vici Gaming pushed in, surrounded Yapsod behind the tower, and can take the objective in turn. So still keeping themselves a step ahead, but Secret finally able to punch back and get something going their way.
And it's right next to a tower, which is really beneficial for them. They can actually end up being able to take that one and get some deep aggressive wards down, but we're seeing those movements. It wasn't nighttime that time. He had his ultimate available, that Dark Ascension for the Night Stalker. So he's able to go in another minute and a half. And we're going to see them look to go again with Yang for him to be on that front line. And he's going to have really early Aghanims too, as well as on Paparazzi, on Eurus, as we saw with the Maelstrom and 2 pieces already.
Yeah, still very much a catch-up game for Zai.
Yeah, catch-up game for most of Secret. They're going to have to be really set up for the next few team fights. They're going to have to just kind of it's either you give up the situation where the Night Stalker's diving, or you just bring like absolutely everybody to try to get that pick off on the Night Stalker beforehand. And it looks like they're actually going to try to do the latter at the moment here, as they are starting to make their way toward top. But with these two, I do not believe they have the damage to kill the man. That Night Stalker is quite scary.
No, you wouldn't think so. Especially if relocate, there's going to be backup coming in.
Yeah, they need a +1. They need one of the cores.
Scanning.
No, bottom lane, Matsu,
Oh,
he needs plus a lot. Pushing in, maybe feeling confident because there wasn't the tier 1 there anymore, but he's got to be aware, you know, with the IO in the game, bad positioning gets instantly punished by PYW. He's always going to be there, ready to turn the tide and bring the damage against you with any sort of backup he wants to take over. So Matsu's got to be careful. He's got away with those solo plays when he was close to his tower, but now cannot step on the other side of the map. They're going to try and make a play here, Zion Puppy. They have brought in Nisha, so they've got a bit of physical punch. Can they kill him off in time? Backup is inbound, and there it is. PYW tethers across, and they're now ready to try and turn things around. X-Mark grabs back Nisha. They'll move up to the high ground, slow with the Void, but they won't chase any further as Secret head back towards the Shrine. Vici Gaming will retreat.
It's tanky boy.
But yeah, showing how hard it is for Secret to make those plays onto heroes like Yang's Night Stalker unless they fully have, like, they're pretty much the whole squad. One carry at the moment is not enough to kill Yang.
Yeah. Yeah, I was saying that, like, the next 7 minutes they might not have get with that. Big creep wave. All right, delicious for YapzOr to get that echo there. The damage is still limited for them, but that's a big kill. That's a really nice one.
Oh yeah, top man on the net worth, Eurus was.
Look at that damage by YapzOr. What is that, 860? Okay. Nice. Very nice.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
Still looking great. Vici's still in a very comfortable spot with this one. Don't want to give up too many of those, though, as we saw in the last game. Secret, even when they are playing from behind, they do somehow bring in these miraculous plays to recover a really tough game as People's Gift. That's a step 1.
Oh yeah, that's a favorite on an Agi carry, as we always say.
Yep.
He's going to be very happy that, and Diffusal Blade done.
Mm-hmm. Oop. Wow, they were very scared. Very scared of DY there, but now they're going to re-engage onto him.
Yeah, DY. He is going to get some help, actually.
Oh.
They cannot kill him quite in time. They fear him back. And now Vici Game is able to fight back on this. They'll go for the TP out on Nisha. He'll be able to get away under the cover of the Shadow Dance. The rest of Secret are backing off.
YapzOr got the blink out of the X combo, I think it looks like.
See if they can get even the bear. Doesn't look like well, Yang, can he get the point in time? He's got it. Vision is there. They'll get themselves the 300 gold. More money for Ori's Kunkka. So Secret not losing heroes, but still every time they lose that bear, it's going to be very painful already. Being at the gold deficit they are. Some quick items coming out from Vici Gaming. Yang has his Aghanims done. 17 minutes in.
Is that 2 of them?
All 3 cores of theirs are a nightmare to deal with.
They pretty much have the double Ags finished up already. Yeah, that Night Stalker is going to be really tough. They couldn't even kill him before, like we saw with their cores. Now he's just going to always charge toward those back
They've got to
lines.
be a little careful with this bear, right? He's got the fear, Matsu. Yang in the tree. They do get the stun on 2 of them. They're moving in with a cooldown. Matsu is dead. Oh, no, he's still fine. He is away. But he's without the bear, right? He just went and lost it.
Yep.
90 seconds, no bear for Matsu. He's just a very lonely lone druid with his brown boots for the next minute and a half.
And Vici doesn't have to, they don't have to really slow down the pace of this game. The way that their heroes work, their cooldowns are very low. Right now they're a little bit low on mana, so maybe that's the one thing they do want to refresh before they look to take a fight versus Secret. But yeah, they have a super quick pace draft. It's like Night Stalker, your ultimate can be a little slow and sure you have to play between night times, but you know, when you do both nicely, you can actually have it work very nicely in your favor. And yeah, so far Vici looking real good. Haste Rune.
Nisha. He has got Puppy and a Shadow Dance to rely on.
Yep,
Relocates are coming in. They're going to look to try and catch this off. YapzOr able to slow down them a little bit with the Fisher. They're chasing on. Puppy tries for the TP out. He'll make it away. And already looks like Nisha has created the distance, so Vici Gaming won't be able to find him. Actually goes back in on them. Nisha, he turned back into the 4 of them.
He has
the Shadow Dance. He's running, he's making space. He could certainly give him that one, and he is back by the shrine.
He's actually alive.
And now they can try and look to turn with Zai jumping in. Does not have the Dream Coil yet. It's just a silence. Nisha still poking at them, or at least looking at the opportunity to do so. Nisha showing no fear there with the way that he went back in.
I think he has to be pretty thankful about that X, the way that Yang was chasing it around, and then he got X'd out of the Fear, or the Fear end. I think he got X'd out of the Fear, and then the Fear ended right afterwards, and he ends up living. That was actually really scary for him to just die, as we've seen Night Stalker. There's a big reason why this hero can be picked really nicely in some games versus these mobilities. It's like this crippling fear just is devastating versus Slark, versus Puck. Even versus Shaker in a lot of instances is just super annoying when he's able to get right on top of you guys. And he is able to, quite easily. And it's giving Eurus a very lovely time.
And this Gyro just huge in comparison to anything else in the game right now. Eurus.
And he's gonna keep, the thing is too, is he's gonna keep that farm pace just so fast. He's gonna be able to farm just faster and faster than the heroes on the side of Secret too. So it's gonna get to be a bigger gap unless Vici loses team fight somehow, which I'm still really concerned for Secret's damage after that post-laning phase. And now there's a mech on the IO on top. If he finds an Essence Ring in the next fight at the 25-minute mark, that's just GG.
I mean, it just feels like Secret's best damage really comes from the bear on the front lines, but we've seen with the disable.
Oh, just kidding.
They can kill the bear. Like Matu's bear is not a threat right now.
Yeah, they absolutely can. The bear is quite weak. And like I said, they have ways to get on top of him. And yeah, whoops. I forgot Essence Ring got moved from tier 3 to tier 2. I keep forgetting that one. But he did get a Philosopher's Stone on IO, which is really, really nice. Nisha?
Not afraid to fight this slot.
And we see the next pickup, as we've seen a lot of times with these Night Stalkers, is you want to get into the backlines, you want to get on top of these elusive heroes, the Blink Dagger, of course. Going to be the best option. And that then then anything just becomes so much more difficult because they're right on top of your face immediately when the fight starts with that crippling. I mean, they're trying their best. You see, they're putting, all 3 cores in a different lane at the moment. So Matoma Ben shows bottom, Zai shows top, Nisha shows mid. Vici should read that this is just Secret trying their best to just farm the game out, trying to get themselves caught up in some way. And they're kind of responding in tandem. You know, they're doing the same exact movement.
And is there any rush for Vici this game?
In comparison to the last one, and I wouldn't say so, but like the way that it ended, gets me very confused. This one though, I feel like Gyro just is going to be able to farm so fast in this game. Sure, there's a Lone Druid, sure, this Lark scales really well, but they're versus counters. And this Gyro is damn huge. And it's not just him either. He's got backup. He's got the Kunkka, he's got that Night Stalker too.
BKB done for Ori, so I mean, he just doesn't die. You know, these cores, especially with the Brum out on them, there's no way that Secret can kill a Kunkka through BKB and the boat run buff. Yeah,
I think Gyro pretty much has BKB done too, and they're going to have Blink on Night Stalker. So I think this is where it's core timing. Go force a fight. Go force a Roche. Go force any time you game.
Yeah, they're just so strong.
Way, way stronger. You can pretty much take any type of fight that you want on the map if you are on the side of Vici. When you get your, those 3 items delivered on the couriers. And they are coming out now. And we'll see what choice do they want to make. Do they want to smoke into an engagement, or do they want to actually just try to like force the issue onto a Roche area? We will see. Because they don't really have much. Do they have any vision on the map at all, actually? I don't think they have like any. They just have the 1 ward bottom. So they did just see some movements down there. So that might be the place that they hit. TY. Smoked with Yang and Ori. Looks like they're trying to get some wards up so that they can actually make that jump play. And they did see Heroes bottom with that ward they did have for a moment. So probably trying to catch people here on the retreat.
They're going to catch Matu. As Matu's trying to get away. They've slowed him. Jump in from Yang. He's staying on top of this. TPs are coming in for the Secret, but the finger's out and Matu is gone. No one can get there in time to offer him any sort of backup. As these are the sort of moves you can just expect to see Vici Gaming make that go unpunished. Secret just cannot deal with these players at the moment. Zai, quick TP out will save him before Yang has another void to spare.
Somehow during that time when they were like running across, though, Secret did acquire a little bit more gold throughout all of it, since it was Vici like taking time to do it, but you still feel that pressure. And I'm just, look at the map. Vici really trying to make sure their jungle is under no control from Secret. How many, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 sentries, and they've got like 7 or 8 sentries and 3 defensive wards. Definitely feeling that their farm game is just that much more potent this time around. And now, we said, I think with DD as well, they can even just take down Roche much easier.
Yeah, you're not heading over here if you're Secret unless you believe in Yapzor to make some big brain echo play. I mean, Zai's trying. He's poking Ori, did try and grab him with the X mark, wasn't able to quite get the puck, so Zai's able to jump back out.
He's just getting info as best as possible, maybe to try to do something here for Secret, but I don't think they're contesting anyway.
They'd have to time it perfectly with the shaker.
He's not even here, he's bottom.
Yeah. Yapzor wants no. Oh, he's teeping over now.
Okay.
It's getting close. Nisha's going to jump in, actually able to kill off the line, so they now have the number advantage. Fisher's out from Yapzor on the two of them. Nisha able to pounce to safety, so that's... They managed to make it a 5v4. Roshan not quite brought down yet. Vici Gaming obviously still there. They're tempted to get back in. Oh, they're tempted to go for kills in the river instead. Zai, he's trying to poke again, but he's into the silence, and he is gone. So back to even numbers on the map for teams. As Vici Gaming will feel a bit happy to head back in. Still have to be a little wary of Yapzor making a play, but it looks like Secret cannot get in time. Roshan, it will fall, and Eurus will claim it as now Vici Gaming can resume killing off Secret. They'll kill Puppey. Aegis in their hands. The game continues to feel pretty comfortable for Vici Gaming as Secret just still struggling to make any plays onto the cores. Support, sure, you'll see some of them die here and there, but when it comes to killing the big boys, it's a tough one, yeah?
Their damage just isn't there for them. And now the relocate's coming in. He should be able to get away, though, with that Fisher. But yeah, it's man. It's scary because that last game, the way everything kind of turned, but this one, it really does feel like it's completely different. Because the last one, they had so many different types of damage. It's a lot of Matu, the roots. KOW?
I mean, he's got him.
The tether? He messed up the tether or something. It was on cooldown for 12 seconds. I think he maybe double tapped it or something. Or...
Back in the river, Nisha, fingered.
They get the bigger target there, and they're continuing to chase forward Yang.
They're going to drop the ult, but there's the vision for the X mark. Puppey, he'll disrupt himself. Zai's going to come in with the silence, the coil, trying to help his teammates turn him around, but Ori pots the BKB. Double kill for Ori, he's not done yet. They'll take down Shaker. Stay on top of Zai with that silence. He does get the chance to phase shift. Was Blink on cooldown. They'll send it out, Yule's up, and Blink away to the orb. He'll be fine, but Yang's waiting. He's still got the Blink, I believe, and there it is, under the tower. Zai will manage to live, and now Matu's there trying to turn things around, but the torrent from Ori stops Matu from chasing. Able to save Zai, but still just trying to hold on to their dear lives. Secret against each of these fights that Vici Gaming are bringing.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
Like you said, though, killing the cores is just so damn difficult for them. They need them to be isolated, and they need both of those big cores hitting them, it seems like. They need both the Slark and the Lone Druid to be hitting those cores to even try to be able to bring them down. Oh, a Greater Fairy Fire. I think Yang should pass that one over to the to that IO. Pretty good item.
Yeah, that's very nice.
A mech and a Greater Fairy Fire for your gyrocopter. You know, just give him 1,000+ life in 1 click, 1 or 2 clicks.
Oh, Nisha.
Nisha.
They catch him at DY. He's getting these impales perfectly every time, catching heroes by the tip. And Secret, they really are starting to crumble now here in this game too. This game beginning to look very messy for them, as it really is hard to see a way for them back in on this.
Yeah.
Much more so than last game.
Yeah.
Now, last game was like, okay, they have the Arc Warden. They have that sort of late game turnaround potential. And Vici Gaming were definitely a lot more sloppier in game 1. But this game 2, very, very clean plays from Vici Gaming. As of yet, no large standout mistakes. They're playing the draft well. Yep. They've just got this lineup where their heroes do not die. And Secret, they've got no answer. They've got nothing to say, yeah, we can kill. They don't have that killing potential, especially when they're now 10k behind and Vici Gaming's pushing up to the high ground.
Yeah, Vici definitely fixed a little bit of the issues that happened, at least in that last game, and they've just they're playing really well around this one, and the lanes just came out so beneficial that Secret's just still so far behind. They can't really do much of anything. Yapzor needs like the absolute dream Echo Slam, but Vici's not really giving him those opportunities, and even if he does, I think now at this point they might just be they're probably just too tanky. They just have way too much sustain.
Yeah, these racks, they're going to be gone.
Yeah.
No chance of a hold here from Secret. They'll have Matu back up in a second, but
He's got a butterfly already now on Eurus.
Yeah, he's huge.
BKB, butterfly, Maelstrom, Ags. He's even got some.
he's got
other
a Keeler
items.
and Quiver. You know,
Yeah,
they're
he's got
both
some
nice
stuff in
ones
his over there.
to swap in after the Aegis is gone.
Yeah.
Ow.
It's looking pretty in the bag for Vici in this one now.
I do feel, game one was, Secret got some opportunities thanks to some mistakes from Vici Gaming. They're going to need Vici Gaming to give them a huge opportunity this game if there's going to be any chance for Secret to turn this one back in their favor.
God, even then, I don't know. Nisha's just too far behind. He needs 2 items now at this point to be caught up to that gyro. Like, he wants BKB and the MKB before the next fight, but it's just, they're not going to give them the time. Vici's going to put the pressure on.
Just the Shadow Dance. They're going to try for PYW with the Torrent. Coming into the boat.
Nice
Matu
Dream Coil.
and the Bear locked down. Dream Coil into what, though? That's the question.
Yeah.
It just holds them in place. There's no follow-up damage from Secret as both Puppey and Nisha get run down. The rest of Secret desperately trying to escape. Matu cannot get himself away from Eurus. Double kill for the Gyro. Every single fight just ending in the slaughter of Secret. They've got nothing here in this game too. And Vici Gaming is certainly exploiting that. Every single fight, it's over.
Yeah, they just called it.
It is called. They'll tap out of this one, Secret. But of course, it is a beautiful best of 3. We are going to get that deciding game. But overall, I got to say, game 2 won very confidently by Vici Gaming.
Yeah.
Game 1, Vici Gaming, I think they sort of let that one slip away.
Agreed.
I think out of the 2 teams, you definitely got to be more worried for Secret than Vici going into game 3.
Yeah, especially when they get, like in this game, they got their last pick Lone Druid. Like, they were probably pretty happy with that one. I know, in the panel too, they were saying that they were pretty happy too. I actually was like, if they can actually get out of the lanes, so they should be okay. But the lanes just went absolutely disastrous.
Yeah.
Kunkka ended up moving around a lot. Ori, as he tends to be, he's like the space maker when he plays the Kunkka after that laning start. He went around, found kills all over the place. Meanwhile, Paparazzi is free farm. So.
Yeah. And Zai, again, a rough start for Zai, right? It's these sort of slow starts. Last game we saw him get away with it as this Underlord. He's able to sort of build up the key items. But as a puck, as a playmaker, when you sort of fall behind, it's hard. And I think, it wasn't just on Zai because it was just hard for him to make plays with any of his cores. He gets these Dream Coils. Where's the follow-up? But Dream Coil into sort of the Fear of the Lone Druid is not really a play that's going to get you back in the game. When you're ahead, it can look impressive and really mess with the enemy teammates, but still, if they're feared and they're stunned, if you don't have the damage, it doesn't really matter that you've disabled them.
It's always like these scary situations. When you early draft a puck and maybe you wanted it to be a different role or something like that, and then they pick a line, you're just like...
I mean, it was...
It's so hard to play versus those instant disables if you want to core it.
Yeah.
So they're like, let's make it an off. And I can see what they were trying to do to switch things up. But yeah, I think Vici overall in this one, the way they swapped up the lanes and then their early movements just put them way too much in the lead.
Yeah. Well, as I say, we are going to, of course, get that game 3 now. The series standing 1-1 between Vici Gaming and Team Secret. We'll see who can take it. But as I said, I definitely think out of the 2 of them, Secret's got to step it up that little bit more. As Vici Gaming seeming overall just a bit of a step ahead of Secret this morning. We'll see what happens. Don't go anywhere. We'll have that game 3 for you straight after this short break.